Hi, I'm Eve Rodsky, author of Fair Play, a well-researched modern answer for families needing balance, efficiency, and peace at home. In this series, I sit down with friends for a fun and necessary conversation. It's time for In All Fairness. This episode of In All Fairness is brought to you by Downy, protecting the clothes you love. In this episode, I sat down with entertainment journalist and red carpet host Tanika Ray. Beginning her career as an actress and dancer, her biggest role to date is mom. A powerhouse in front of the camera, she's also a force managing the larger share of co-parenting with her ex. Armed with grace, style, and a huge awareness of all that goes into motherhood, Tanika nearly holds all of the cards in the Fair Play system. This conversation holds a special place in my heart. I enjoyed every moment of it, and I hope you will too. Hi, Tanika.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
I just would love to just open up by just hearing a little bit about you and your parenting journey.
Oh,
And anything you want to tell me
Where to
about.
start?
Yeah, where to start. Tell me your daughter's name.
Nyla.
And how old is she?
She's 5.
5, wow.
Crazy.
And are you co-parenting with your Nyla's dad?
Yes.
What's his name?
That's imperative. His name is Frank.
Frank, okay.
I have a beautiful village. My parents live here. My brother now lives here with his family. You got care.com.
Yeah, lots of support.
You make it work. But in my very busy schedule, sometimes she's coming to work with me. And that's just what it is.
So let's hear about that. I love it.
We were at the Aladdin premiere, which is Will Smith and a couple newbies who are amazing actors. Here he comes, and suddenly my daughter, before I can even say, hey, she leaps up and jumps into his arms. Okay?
Oh
when
my
I
God.
say I've never been more mortified, Will catches her, and there they are, rocking back and forth, and I hear, from both of them. I'm freaking out. But suddenly I hear him go, oh, you have the best energy.
Oh, wow.
Which then not only validates my mommyhood,
right,
but then the guards scatter because they know it's okay. He's not, his life isn't threatened.
Right.
But those things happen all the time, and it's just the way it is. Now, I'm not an accountant. I don't work in a law firm. I think those scenarios would be very different with a child. But in my career, it's okay, and I took advantage of it. She was on set all the time. It is what it is.
I will say that I wrote Fair Play as a love letter to you.
Thank you.
And to my mother and to all the women who are holding all the cards, because as you said about your village, nobody can do it alone.
No.
Nobody can do it alone. These are just some of the cards. And I just wanted you to, let's reflect on them. I'm not sure how many Frank is holding for you, but I picked a letter for you because I thought it would be really great to help Mrs. If I Could Only Be in 2 Places at One Time. Dear Eve, my husband and I have 2 kids in middle school, both active with friends and also involved in sports. This means that on an average weekend, my husband and I are running from A to B to C, which you were just saying. If there's a birthday party or a play date, I usually attend those. And sports practices and games are supposed to be my husband's thing. This divide and conquer strategy generally works, except more often than not, something falls through the cracks. This past weekend, my husband forgot he was driving carpool to our daughter's soccer game, and I got several frantic calls from other parents wondering where the driver was. His response, an aloof, I didn't know I was driving carpool. Why didn't you remind me? I ended up reordering my entire day, grabbing the stinky van to take over carpool and a play date. Maybe it would be easier if I just take over sports too. But why should I have to when it's supposed to be his job? I seem to be the only one who knows what's ever going on. Sincerely, if I could only be in 2 places at one time.
Oh, bless her heart. See, that would lead to divorce for me. I would definitely threaten it. It's really hard because you do go, it, I'll just do it myself. And I think a lot of women do that.
They do that.
But you're just hurting yourself, mama, and your relationship. God bless her.
So women, even not co-parenting, even not single mothers, in what they, perceive as committed, fair 50-50 relationships are holding all of the cognitive labor, the conception and the planning, the pressure, the mental load, the time thinking and spending and planning is what I think has been overlooked and ignored.
It's being your own assistant, your own intern, your own sort of executive assistant as well as the person that you send out to go get. It's all of that.
Absolutely, exactly.
Right?
You're the CEO, the worker bee.
Yes.
All the executive
unpaid
assistant,
intern,
the
the
unpaid
paid
intern,
intern.
exactly, all in one. Let's talk about, and this is what I say in the book, let's talk about mustard for a second.
Okay.
Okay. If you think about mustard, you think about Nyla or a child. You have to know that Nyla or Anna or my son Ben, he likes mustard on his hot dog, not ketchup. The yellow type. Okay, that French's type, not the Dijon, not
the
honey
fancy
mustard.
stuff.
That's what I call conception. Right. Then you have to actually put it somewhere that you want to add mustard to your grocery list. And then you actually have the act of having to go to the grocery store to purchase that mustard.
So far, I got all of them in my pile.
Okay, so let's keep piling it.
Okay, so dental kids. So this requires me to find a dentist. You
Find a dentist.
Find a dentist in your neighborhood.
Also, maybe one that takes insurance.
If
If you have dental insurance.
Sure,
like,
one that takes
that's
insurance.
a very nice thing if you have dental insurance.
So that's 3 things. Make sure that they're good. Make
Right,
sure your daughter
4.
or son likes them and has good chemistry with them, right? Because
Yes.
she could cry the whole time and be like, I don't like them. You have to remember
right.
that part.
That's right. That's 5 things.
Make appointments.
6,
Actually go to the appointment
7.
after you've made them.
Yes.
And then make the next appointment for the next. Yeah. So I do that. That's mine.
And
All mine.
that's 8 items of invisible work just for one dental card.
Correct.
Back to the letter. Since they're already doing sports and he's already saying it's his responsibility, if they sat down together when emotion is high, cognition is low. So
Maybe with wine.
Exactly, with some wine. You talk about your values. You say the best way to handle this, it's too inefficient. We're in each other's way. I'm happy to handle the other 99 cards in our deck or whatever, but I'd love for you to just hold this one and hold it with full ownership, with a minimum standard of care, with some sort of standard where I feel good about it, you
least
feel
start
good about
with
it.
one.
Start with one.
I would love to know 5 years down the road when couples start doing this game before they're married.
Before they're
how
married.
Things change. Right?
Well, that's been my favorite beta testers have been people who are pregnant who enter the system.
Yes.
And I had this woman say to me, OBGYN should just be prescribing folic acid and fair play.
Exactly.
But
Folic acid and
fair play.
hashtag folic acid and fair play. Done. Deal. Love it.
so fun.
Thank you for having me, babe.
I'm so happy that you came. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Tanika, so much for being here.
Absolutely. We can talk about this forever.
Forever.
I'm going to add some cards to your. Oh, you have 75 more. Let's check those out.
Yes. Come back for the sequel.
Yes, part 2.
Part 2.